Hey folks, welcome to this video. Today I would like to do a little bit of a review on a guitar I've had for about a year. My Sterling by Music Man JP60. So let's get to it. Alright, the Sterling JP60. Very cool looking, love the color. I got it about a year ago. As many of you know, it's decently priced guitar. Not as high end as the real Music Man John Petrucci series, which I think are overpriced. So anyways, let's talk about this one. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of good to say about it. I've seen mixed reviews all over YouTube and the internet, but took a chance on it. Okay, let's talk about what is not so great. Okay, first of all, let's start at this end. The locking tuners. Terrible. First off, right from the factory, some of the screws that hold them to the headstock were stripped out. The pins inside them, when you tighten them, that pinch the string, I would tighten the string and it would break them, like cut them off. So I actually had to take a tiny little file and file them because they had these sharp edges on them. I'd never seen that before. Next thing, the nut. When I first got it, the nut was, I bet you, 1.5 to 2 millimeters off the first fret of the strings. That's how high I would make the strings. No big deal. I took it to Guitar Tech. He gave the guitar a once over, fixed the nut height, did a nice setup on it. But one thing about the nut, and I've seen this on other reviews too, is the slot for the high E string is very, very close to the edge of the fretboard. So that if you're not just, well, I guess even if you are absolutely perfect and accurate with your technique, it pulls right off the fretboard. That's how close it is. So the slotting of the nut is bad too. What else do we have? The frets, the fretboard, the neck, it's passable. Actually, don't mind. I think it's quite comfortable. Same with the body. It feels nice, comfort-wise. However, again, right from the factory, a couple of these, I can't remember now, 2 or 3 of the screws holding the neck on were stripped right out so they don't tighten. Okay. Same with the cavity cover here. A couple screws stripped out. Which actually brings me to the routering. Okay, the routering of the bridge cavity, routering of the pickup cavities, and the routering of the controls here. The rotoring job is bad. It's rough. It's a little ugly, to tell you the truth. I know this isn't the $4,000 or $5,000 Music Man, but I think a couple minutes of attention to detail could have fixed that. Back there, the screws holding the bridge claw in place. Again, very poor quality. The screws are both in on different angles, and one of them is actually bent, so when you turn it to adjust it, it actually it's just bad. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, the routering of the neck pickup here. Again, not only is it bad, but the same issue with the screws holding this pickup in. They're both in on different angles, so the pickup, I don't know if you can see in the camera, pickup sits on an angle. I've taken it out, tried readjusting it. It's bad. Okay, what else? I'm looking at my notes here because I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, okay. The bridge quality. Not good. I mean, I don't mind it. It feels decent. I like the way the arm, is popped in. You got a little set screw there so you can adjust the tension. I like that. I've never had a problem with the controls. Those are, I mean, they're cheap electronics, but they work. Okay. Not a lot good to say about it. The fret ends, I've never had a problem with those yet. So again, that's a passable part of it. I've mentioned the finish. I dig it. I like the matte black finish. How durable is it? I don't know. I haven't had it that. I've only had it just under a year. What else? I mentioned the feel. I like that. Tuning stability is horrendous. I'm just going to say it. I mean, I play this at home. I would never play it at a gig. Wouldn't want to use the whammy bar because it'd be a tuning nightmare. So sorry, Sterling. A lot of bad, negative to say about this guitar, which is too bad. I know it's not a very expensive guitar, but you know, it cost me almost $1,000. I would expect it to, you know, be better than it is. So, do I think the Sterling JP, in my opinion, worth it? Absolutely not. So, for what it's worth, if you're considering one of these guitars, I would think long and hard before you drop any money on it. I think there's plenty of other guitars in this price bracket that it can be a lot better. You know, Jackson, Ibanez, Fender, you know, I think you can get a lot better guitar for $900 to $1,000. Okay, there you go. My opinion, my 2 cents, my experience with the Sterling JP series. Okay, hope that helps you. I'll see you next time.